This is the NRL22 August 2023 Course of Fire analysis.
3, 2, 1, time.
Hey shooters, I'm Joe Lowley from Precision Match Timer, and as you can tell by the color scheme here, it's hot. It is late July, going into early August, and I'm in South Georgia. It is really hot, pushing over 100 degrees every day, high humidity. I know a lot of you are shooting matches in this kind of heat, and I just want to say, be careful, stay hydrated, your health's important, and so be smart out there. I apologize that there was no July Course of Fire analysis from me. I've been busy with work, and I had to build the pyramid beforehand. It just didn't get done. The other thing I had to do was go to Nationals. The Nationals match up in North Carolina was a great match. It was a tough match. My buddy Chris Simmons put on one heck of a Course of Fire. Lots of movement. There were multiple targets. Short times. Part times were 90 seconds for everything. I've never shot a stage that had 12 different positions on it before, and we did there, and I actually only dropped one on that, and so I got through it. I think shooting PRS, where we shoot mostly 90 seconds, has been a big help for that. I often think 2 minutes feels like a long time. I know there's a lot of other people that struggle with that, but the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. I met a lot of viewers. I met a lot of app users at the match. I love that everyone came up to me and introduced themselves and talked to me a little bit. I mean, I was talking to people from all over the country, Australia. Some of those guys were using my app, and it was great to talk to some of those guys. And thank you for coming up and talking to me, and I look forward to seeing you at more matches. One of the other guys that I met was Jeremy Walker from 22 Lima Romeo, which is another channel that does very similar to what I do. He shoots the Course of Fire every month in, I believe it's Colorado. I talked to him for a while at the match, and it was great to do so. And I encourage you, go look at his channel, look at some of the other channels, like Nedved does one. There's a couple of other really good channels. You know, I may shoot it one way, they may shoot it another way. Find out what's best for you. The way I shoot it, I'm a little taller. I know Jeremy's not as tall as I am, and so things can change the way you shoot depending on things like height. So go watch some of those other channels as well. So as for Nationals, like I said, it was a very tough match. I had a tough first day. I had a lot of equipment issues. My rifle was not extracting. I actually talked to the match director, Chris Simmons, about it. We have the same gunsmith and things like that. And he brought up something that I tried Saturday night, went home and did some work on the rifle, back to the hotel room, and I think he fixed it. And I came out Sunday and had not a single extraction issue, and my scores jumped way up. It's hard to have good scores when you shoot one round and then you spend most of your part-time clearing that one round out, and that lost me a lot of points, but that's part of the game. So I think I got it fixed now, and on to better scores. I think overall I was 57th out of 250, something like that. Lots of international guys, which was great. 49th in open. I think I was just a couple of points behind Jeremy, actually. And so I was happy enough with my scores. Definitely could have been better if I had not had those extraction issues on day one. So I'm really excited for this month's Course of Fire. I think it's well designed. I think it's got some new props that we get to try, that pyramid, and it's also got some tripod work. From shooting PRS, I've done a decent bit of work with the tripod. I like using the tripod if it's a stage that allows for it. If there's too much movement, tripod can slow you down. But if it's a wobbly prop, you can often get a lot more stable by using a tripod. But it takes practice. So I'm going to show you how I use a tripod and some tips and tricks that I have learned over time. And I think it should help some people who have not done it before. I encourage you to try it if you haven't done it before. So let's get into this month's Course of Fire. Stage 1, Science Fair Bridge Building. So this is the ladder stage, and what we're going to do is go to the third step. We're going to shoot at a 55-yard target for 3 shots, 95-yard target for 3 shots. Switch to the fourth step and do the same thing. Now we can use a tripod on this stage, and I believe, yep, 1 bag only, but that's fine because that's all we need. Using a tripod with 1 bag is a great way to shoot this stage. It's the perfect prop to try it on, and I hope everyone gives it a shot. We will definitely dial though in between. It's only a couple of dials, and we have plenty of time to do it. So let's get out there and see what it looks like on the prop. All right, it's the ladder stage. We're going to use a tripod. This is how I set up for a tripod. Is I put a flat bag all the way up at the front. My centerfire gun, I leave the spigot on, and I do put it out on the spigot even, so it's even farther out, with my barrel's longer. So this will be just fine. I just like to place it right there so I have lots of room to work with my tripod. If I get too close in here, it's going to get in the way. I want this tripod back here where I can work with it better. We're going to shoot from here, and we're going to shoot from here. So what we are going to do is this is actually a brand new tripod for me. Haven't even used it at a match yet, but it is only a 2-section. In case I have to deploy it on a clock, it's much faster, and the knuckles don't get in the way as much. We have to use whichever one is supplied by them, so chances aren't good that it's going to be something that's nice, but you know, you just make do with what they give you. And it is carbon fiber, so it's nice and light, and that's about it. I'll have to show you how I am shooting with it. Basically, what you do is you put the bag on it there, you line up on your target, and then you pull your tripod in. Put your head down, you put your hand on the tripod, and your hand can move up and down. Now when your hand moves up and down, it is going at a diagonal, so it is moving a little bit. So you do have to make sure that you are on target. Alright, where am I? And you can see that's pretty steady. So that's the key for shooting with a tripod. If you need it to go higher, you just move your hand up. You need to go lower, you move your hand down, but that will move you side to side, so you may have to move the front, or you may have to drag the tripod a little closer. With this going up and down, it's not bad. If you are shooting anything right to left or left to right, always go right left, because you can drag a tripod way easier than you can push a tripod. So you always want to be able to drag it towards you, and that helps a lot. So I shoot a lot of stuff right to left when other people do left right. So anyway, let's go ahead and shoot that and see what we do. For this stage, rifle needs to be grounded, tripod is in hand, it's supposed to be 10 feet back from the line. Even at our match, we're going to have a hard time doing that. So I will just start as far back as I can and give it a couple more seconds, just so you know, just so it's fair. Shooter ready, engage. That's 3. Very, very, very stable. There you go. Easy enough. Tons of time. I had 40 seconds left. It will probably not be that quick because that target's going to move after I hit it. So, you know, if I end up with 10 or 20 seconds left, that's still tons and tons of time. I love shooting with the tripod, and I wish we could use it for more stuff. And hopefully the NRL22 ends up that way, because I think it is a tool and should be used as such. And I'm glad it's starting to get introduced. So very good. Don't be afraid to use it. Stage 2, fractions are hard. So this is the prone stage, and we're going to use the KYL rack with just the 3 swingers on it, the 3/4, the half, and the 1/4. And then there's going to be a 1.5 inch at 85. The KYL is at 40, so it's pretty close. We're going to shoot the 3/4, then the confirmation target at 85. Then we're going to shoot the half, confirmation target, 1/4. Then we're going to repeat it again. So that would be 5 shots and then 5 shots for a total of 10 shots. This is a no dial stage. So know what your holdover is to get that confirmation target. It should be plenty big enough, and there shouldn't be an issue. Make sure you can dial your parallax if you need to. Often I don't at those different distances. I'll set my parallax for those small targets at the 40 yard, and then just hold over for the farther target. So let's go out and see how that's done. It's prone stage. It's not overly difficult to do. Just got to get the order right, and you have to hit a confirmation target in the back without using your turret. You have to hold over only, which I like. And so I am a minus 0.1 at 40, and I am 1.04. So I am 1.1. It's really close to 1.2. So I can hold a low 1.2 and probably be all right. It's about the same thing. Just get the order right, and otherwise it shouldn't be too bad to do. So let's do it. Shooter ready, engage.
I got lots of time, so take my time. Here we go.
40 seconds left. Again, when you hit those, sometimes it rocks the other ones. So you'll have more seconds of that. So instead of having 40 seconds left over, I bet you have 20 seconds left over. And otherwise, I think there's plenty of time. And everything should be good to go. So it was a good one. I like a holdover stage and combine it with small targets and a confirmation target. I like that. So this was a good course of fire so far. I like it. Stage 3, history lesson, the zigzag ziggurat. I think they misspelled ziggurat and they put Ziggurat, but ziggurat is the stepped pyramid. So that's exactly what we're shooting off, is our new prop, the pyramid. And we're gonna start at the bottom left, one shot, go up, next one, one shot, one shot, one shot, one shot. All 5 shot on the one side, and then go over to the right and back down again. Targets at 100 yards, 3-inch, pretty big target, shouldn't be a problem. Typically this is something I may actually use a tripod for, but we can't on this stage. It doesn't call for it, so we should be able to just use the one bag without an issue, and just shoot, move, shoot, move. Don't get stuck too long and waste too much time, because you have a lot of shots to get off and moving. At the same time, if you're not steady, get steady. Get your shots. Get good shots. Get a bunch of good shots that are hits rather than all the shots that are misses. So let's go out and see what we can do with this stage and this new prop, which I think is going to be a good one. Use the new pyramid. The hardest thing about it is we got a lot of positions. One shot, each position all the way around. This top one's pretty tall. Only taller people are going to be able to shoot off of that. Otherwise you have to skip those and then come back around. I like these taller positions anyway. They're pretty steady. So I'm just going to use, I was debating on this. I am going to use the medium bag with the plate. A lot of times with the ladder, because I'm inside here, I like to use the flat bag. But because we're out on the outside, there's nothing hitting or getting in the way here. So I'm going to go with the, I think all the way around, I'm going to go with the medium bag. And let's see how that shoots. Shoot, ready? Engage. Where are you? Not bad. So I got 22 seconds left. So 20 seconds. That's not bad at all. Finding targets is key. staying on it, looking over your barrel, finding your target ahead of time so you're not hunting. Mine's a little wobbly here in the grass. I think on concrete it'll be even better. Otherwise, it's I like this. This is a good prop, and I think there's a lot of things we can do with it, and I'm glad it's in it now. Stage 4, angles and shapes. So this is a barricade with a bunch of props in it. Let's see, we got a couple of cement blocks, we got a rooftop, and then a couple of tires sitting on the rooftop. You can see the little picture right down here. And so at the start, we're going to shoot anywhere on the cinder blocks. So it doesn't matter where you shoot. There's a single block and there's a double block. I will probably shoot from the single block, almost like it's prone. That's pretty steady. The double block's pretty steady too, not bad. So you're going to shoot one shot at 70 yards, and they are on the left and on the right. So they're at the same distance, but you're going to have to pan for them. So not too bad, but you can get one shot each of those. You're going to move up to that first tire in the middle, and you're going to shoot one shot at each target. Move up to the upper tire, same thing, one shot each target. And then you go up to the peak of the roof, or as high as you can get, and you're going to shoot 2 shots each. That's actually maybe the easiest position. Although that first prone position is pretty easy too. That's basically it, and it's your bipod may be used but only touch the prop utilized for that position. I don't see any good reason to use a bipod on this. This is a one bag, move and shoot, and I think that should do it pretty easily, but let's go take a look. All right, so this is the multiple prop stage. We're gonna start down here. I got lazy. I only brought the single concrete block instead of the double one, because I'm not gonna use a double one. The double one may help hold this tire up, so I may have to change that, but so it'll be 2 shots there, 2 shots there, 2 shots there, 4 shots up there. These are the ones I'm worried about. They're always bouncy. So let's see what we can do. Engage. As usual, very bouncy. All right, this did help some down there. First one was very bouncy, second one was pretty bouncy. I'm trying more and more on the tires
20 seconds.
to not do as much free recoil and to try to pull it in my shoulder more. It tends to help a little. So I'm gonna practice that a little bit, and let's move on to the next one. Stage 5, don't lean back in your chair. This one could be written for me because I do that all the time. And so on the start signal, you're going to get on the back of the chair, and you're going to take 5 shots at 90 yards, 3 inch at 90 yards, big target. That back of the chair is not the steadiest position. We've shot off the back of the chair before. I'll probably use a flat bag just because the next position down needs that flat bag, and that is the seat of the chair. We're going to get 4 shots. And then we haven't done this before, but we're going to shoot under the chair for 3 shots. Now, I'm not sure if that means I'm going to shoot off of the bar and shoot prone, which is probably what I will do, or whether you flip down some bipods and shoot off the ground underneath. I will probably shoot off the bar of the chair. I think it's an easier way to go, but I may change my mind when I look at it out there. There is a required mag change at some point. So even if you're like me and have 12, 13 round mag, you still need to do a mag change on this. So make sure we do that. And other than that, it's a pretty simple stage. I won't say it's an easy stage. I will say it's a simple stage. And let's go analyze it a little bit and figure out what kind of bags we can use. All right, chair stage. I think we did one of these recently. And it worked pretty well putting it up here and putting the big bag on the seat. And then I also have my big game changer. I can't remember if it's quite enough. I think it might have been short a little bit. And of course we're shooting different heights and distances, or different heights of the targets, depending on how uphill you are and things like that at your range. So I'm gonna have it with me just in case. Otherwise it's kind of straightforward. Also, going off the bottom should be okay. I'm just going with the bag. I am not sure if I need the bipod or not. If I have to run it again with the bipod, I can, but I think this is going to do it. So engage. Yeah, I think it's a little short. All right.
Seconds.
All right,
10,
not bad.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And I tried to go a little slow to make up for the time of it rocking after you hit it. Boy, I'm not sure about this second position. I went with a really high prone. And maybe I should have just gone a low kneel. Not as steady. That's it right there. Low kneel with my elbow in it is a better way to go. That was a little high for a prone. I've been laying up on the bag a little bit, so I don't recommend that. But I think this would be a better position, which is flat bag straight on it, elbow in here, giving the support in the back. I was barely clearing the back of the chair. I could see a little brown shadow on the top of the scope, but it did clear. The bottom was very easy, especially I'm glad I had the extra bag. This is a good combination and worked well. Good. All right, shooters, thanks for watching. As usual, click the subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it, and it will let you know when these videos come out. And I try to get them out as soon as I can before a match. Doesn't always work out if you have those really early matches, but I'll try my best to do so. Otherwise, I hope to see you out at a match soon, and I wish you the best of luck with this course of fire.